You might find something that you really like and turn it into a hobby that you didn't even think, like chocolatier and Boulay. There's the people that have taken her little class that have just fallen in love with that, and they want to do more. And so she has a program now that you can take that teaches you all about
such
chocolates.
Low cost. Sometimes most of these classes are free, or
That's
just like
right.
$10 or $15. It's a great way before you go out and buy the new camera because you want to get into photography, to test it out and take some lessons.
Right.
I think that's the one thing that I love. Coming from Chicago, there's so many websites out there. I don't know if you guys have heard of people use Eventbrite.
Yes.
But that's like a huge one where there's so many local events. You just start scanning them. There's all these categories, and so many of them are free events. Just to go and try out. Why not?
Or $5.
Yeah.
Yes, there's no reason. There's just no excuse not to expand your
And maybe
horizons.
for Self-Improvement Month, you set a goal to go to one thing, a new class for something you've never done before. Maybe you don't even really generally have an interest in it, but you're like, okay, this is free. Let me go try it out, because you never know what it could turn into.
That's right. And, and think about it. If you go with a friend, you could turn it into a nice little afternoon.
Yeah.
And so it turns into a kind of self-nurturing thing, too, which we all need. We all need our female friends. Overcome fears of uncertainty, like fear of speaking, or we were just talking about that. A lot of people have different fears, so that's something. Level up your skills. So it says video games. That wouldn't be one that would pop into my head right away. But like piano. Maybe you took lessons when you were little.
I feel like leveling up your skills, though, could fall under growth.
Yes.
Like, what's the difference?
Or the idea of, did you just stall and you didn't grow? You stopped growing.
Right.
You can always, if you have a garden plant, don't give it any miracle grow. Go back out in the backyard, water it some more. You forgot to water it, it's going to stall out. Go give it some miracle grow. Go give it some water. It's going to keep growing again.
That's right.
So if you forgot, it's like, I used to play the piano. I couldn't get past, the third book. Pick it back up again. Let it continue to grow.
Yeah, and you might surprise yourself at, number one, how much you remember. And number two, at how good you are now.
Or maybe you have a different reason to be doing it.
That's true, too.
I had to do it before because my mom made me sit at this horrible piano when I could be
and
outside.
It was drudgery, right.
But
so
now
change
I
the way you
want
look
to.
at it. Right.
Because my
That's
friends
a
will
good
think
one.
it's really cool when I sit down and go, hey, look what I can do.
And isn't it always fun to have somebody that plays the piano when you are at a family event?
Oh, it's beautiful. I love when people play music. I always wanted to learn how to play the guitar, actually.
I have a ukulele sitting at home, and I just may start playing it this week.
We'll have our Divalution band now, ladies.
And I had to quit accordion because we went to the big ones, and I was too small. It kept slipping over my knees.
Oh.
Maybe I'm big enough for the big accordion now.
I have a concertina at home you can use. It's really small.
Thank you. Wake up early. What time do you wake up?
It depends on the day. It used to be like 5:30. I used to always do 6 a.m. workout classes. Now I would say it's closer to 7 o'clock. But I'm trying to get back into my early routine again, just because I feel like that's when my mind is the sharpest.
That's a good reason.
So I want to get up early. I want to do my meditation. I want to do my workout. And then, eat something small for breakfast and just start with all of the strategy thinking, and the creative juices are just flowing for me. And then the afternoon, I want to use my afternoons for like more email and administrative things, because I feel like I just start to die out.
Then your routine, then you can go into automatic. Yeah. Beth, you get up really early every day.
Some goofball thought it would be a good idea to have classes at 5:45 in the morning.
Was her name Beth Charba?
Yeah. Yeah. So I have never thought of myself as a morning person. There have been a lot of instances where I start at that time of day. Come 10 o'clock at night, I can get all sorts of things done. And then I have to stop and remember, I have to be back up in about a few hours. So, I'm up Monday through Friday at about 4:45, and then getting in here at about 5:30.
Yes, that's early. I have to work late some nights, and it's hard for me to unwind, but I usually get up about 6:30. And the days that I work out in the morning, whether it be go for a walk, go to the gym, or whatever, work out with weights, I am so much more productive that whole day. And when
Changes your state of mind, I feel.
it does. And I meditate in the morning, and it's like all these things come to me. And I have to have a pen right there. But lately, I've been waking up between 3:11 and 3:19.
Every night.
Yes.
That's
And
interesting.
sometimes it's hard to go back to sleep, and sometimes it's easy. But and it's not because I have to go to the bathroom. I am just wide awake. And Rumi says to listen to what the universe is trying to tell you if you are waking up. So far, nothing.
You know what I think it is?
What?
One of your neighbors has a sprinkler system that's going off at 3:11 or 3:10.
Or the lightning
it's
and thunder.
It's subliminal.
Right.
And you don't even hear it, but it's just enough to jostle you.
God, it just has been bad. So that's interesting. So wake up early. And, try it. Try
get
it.
up any early.
Any of these things. Not everybody but Beth on that one. That's early enough. Have a weekly exercise routine. A better you starts with being in better physical shape. That's true.
I totally agree. When I was traveling, I wasn't really getting in my workouts. I was doing yoga when I was at the retreat for a month, but then after that, I just kind of fell off the bandwagon. And I've been working out since I got home. And even this morning, I just went out for a 2.5-mile run and then came back and did some just body weight workouts actually outside on our driveway. And I feel so good.
See,
I feel
it's
so much
amazing,
more positive
yes.
about myself, too. It really just
Because you're
changes my
doing
energy.
something, right?
Yes.
Different hormones get released. Your lymphatic system flows differently. Physically, physiologically speaking, there are reasons to exercise. It's not just about, everyone hears about the famous little endorphins that get flowing. Oh, okay, that's
Which are
true.
handy,
But
too.
Yeah, they're handy. But yes, just even getting your blood pumping, just to detox is another fancy word for just run
And
through the
your
rinse cycle a
oxygen
couple
intake.
times, for goodness sakes.
Right.
And I think it's just movement in general, right? I mean, what did they say? The average steps you should get in a day is 10,000. So we have all of these Fitbits and things like that to measure our steps, but a lot of us aren't even getting in 10,000 steps.
The late when I bought my newest Fitbit, and I have a number of friends that they've slid back on that a little bit. We hate to say get 10,000. Well, too many people must not be getting 10,000, because most fitness equipment and tech devices now start at 7,500. Just to say, well, okay, if you're not getting 10,000, how about at least get 7,500? And then if you can get to that, then you feel like a winner. And okay, now let's get you up from there.
What about our health? They're doing that. to
And that
change our-
breathing,
Right.
just taking in more oxygen helps your brain and your body. Yes. We have so many ways to track our steps and our health and our heartbeat, everything now that there's just no excuse to not be doing it, I think. And if you're not doing it, you're not doing it. Why aren't you doing it?
Right. I think you have to be under a rock. Every once in a while, you have people that you run across in your life, and as you're speaking to them, you think, how is this new information to you? I have dealt with a few people that really still are surprised. Is smoking really that bad? Or people who deny diabetes, well, it's not really a big deal. I'll be fine. What do you mean I can't have this every day? There are so many people that just are completely unaware, and it has nothing to do with do I watch enough TV? Do I listen to enough radio? Do I read enough magazines? I don't know if it's just a complete denial, but
I think it's partially denial, because when you think of the internet and just the type of information that we can find, there's a study that always proves the opposing viewpoint, right?
Yep.
And so they find one article that's probably funded by a tobacco company, and they're like, oh, smoking actually is healthy for me.
Right.
But so I would say that I think it's definitely denial of. They know it's bad, but they're trying to find ways to convince themselves it's okay because
To justify it, right.
Yeah.
Because that's where they're comfortable and they don't want to let go.
In their defense, people are publishing this research out there, so we don't know what to believe nowadays.
Right.
Sometimes
That's the truth.
right, I smoke so I don't eat more.
Yeah.
Oh,
So now you're skinny and malnourished and have lung cancer.
and lung cancer.
It's bad.
It'll be hard to eat with that drink.
It will be, yes. Yeah, it's very bad. So quitting smoking, I think, is really a good thing to consider in self-improvement. Really, that should be number one. If you smoke, quit. ASAP. Right?
Right.
Everybody agrees.
You're hearing Deb's voice right now.
So we're going to take a little break and talk about our wine that we're having this evening. It is very fruity. What's the name of that wine?
This is a lovely bottle of 1885 Cantina Sauvignon Blanc. A lovely white.
And it's very nice. It's light and fruity. It's perfect for a night like this, isn't it?
Yes, a hot summer night. You don't want something too dry. You don't want something too sweet. Just a little crispness to this one, I think.
Right, I agree. And in fact, I'll have some more in my new cup that I just got.
We invite
my
we
new
brought
wine
Deb
glass.
into the sisterhood that is Base Camp. There are only a few people that have this very special Pier 1 club glass because they don't make it anymore.
Oh, God, I'm going to have to be so careful
break
with it. Oh, my gosh,
And-
Libby,
Did
the
you call it
pressure
a
is
Pier
on.
1 club glass?
It's from Pier 1
I
Imports.
just caught that. I love that.
It was cute because it's all crackly and
It's really pretty. So thank you very much for welcoming me. But this bottle of wine came from Vino Wine Warehouse.
thank you, Vino.
It's a Napa Valley Sauvignon Blanc, like Beth said. Really good for summers. We still have some hot days, so go in and ask Greg about it. What's the name of it again?
1885, and if you notice, it's the Diva Base Camp colors.
It
It's red
is
and
black and red, right?
black, red, and white.
That's right. Which is another funny thing, how we had the same colors. Isn't that weird, Lib?
Yeah, I do think that's weird.
Meant
It was
to be.
meant to be. The universe was at work.
It was way before we even knew each other. Okay. Ask for feedback. I thought that was pretty good.
Feedback can be scary. There is an amount of growth and being definitely outside your comfort zone when you ask somebody for their
Constructive
opinion.
criticism.
Yes, and take it
Yes.
and be okay with hearing it.
Yes.
Right? It's great to go to a yes man and go, "What'd you think of that?" Oh, it's
That was
great.
good. That was really good.
I'm awesome.
You know, that would be a good thing for us to do at West. To have an honest, wouldn't it?
I would be afraid, but yes.
I think we should do it. It's kind of like a truth or dare. Libby, we have a group
don't
of
know what
women.
this is.
It's women entrepreneurs succeed together. You should join us.
Okay.
We kind of fell off for the summer.
Yes, but
I've
nothing.
learned
Nobody
a
was
lot
coming to things in the
from
summer.
I talk about growth. I did feel like every time I walked away, I felt good about having been there. It was not, sometimes some meetings you go to, you go, well, there's an hour I'm not going to get back. But no, I always felt like I got something out of it, no matter who was there, who spoke. Just the feeling of, even if it's 4 or 5 women in a room together discussing difficulties making your business grow, successes making your business grow.
How to use Facebook to get more people to read your posts. We talked about so many things. Elevator speeches.
Finding a story instead of an elevator speech. That's, I think, where we left off. Getting somebody to accidentally overhear your special story that makes them want to go, oh, I need to know more about that. That was interesting. I think we got that from Miss Tara.
Yes, so we're going to have to resume that. That's third Thursdays. So we have a third Thursday coming up here pretty soon. We'll have to talk about that. Identify your blind spots. Scientifically, blind spots refer to areas of our eyes that are not capable of seeing.
All right, keep going, Deb.
In personal development terms, blind spots are things about ourselves we are unaware of. Discovering our blind spots helps us to discover our areas of improvement.
I'm thinking about all the times somebody has come to me and said, why did you do that? Or why did you say that? Or why did
What
you
were
use
you
that tone? And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't do that. And I get super defensive because they're pointing out a blind spot. But yet I reflect on that and I'm like, oh yeah, that's so true.
It's funny, isn't it? Well, it's just like that table yesterday.
Yeah, I love that story.
I had a friend helping me do some stuff here, and she said, where do you want me to put this table? And I said, over there. And she goes, well, I was thinking about